Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, but I am Penge, and welcome back to Yes, Your Grace, where last time out we had to forge a bit of an uneasy alliance with King Talis. So we've got a bit of a problem with the Radovians. They are coming to us, they are marching to us with an army of goodness knows how many people, and we in the Kingdom of Davern are in a bit of a bad way. We've seen better times, and we don't have much in the way of military. So we went to King Talis and said, hello friend, can you please help us out? We could do with a little bit of a boost to our soldiers, and he was willing to do this. King Talis was willing to give us some of his soldiers because he's seemingly got absolutely loads of them. He's got loads of military power, but it did come at a cost because he has demanded that his son marry our daughter. So there is now a royal wedding on, and that made for some awkward conversations with Lorsulia, who is the eldest, because we'd sort of told her that we weren't going to force her into anything, and we said that it was going to be her choice, and then all of a sudden we've had to lump this on her and say, actually, you've got to marry this person here because that's what you've got to do. Otherwise, some barbarians are going to come in and probably kill us all. So there is a wedding underway. As we can see at the bottom there is 1 week until the wedding is actually going to happen. We've got ourselves some flowers, we've got fabrics, and we've got the band sorted as well. And I mean, they better be something special. This band had better be absolutely spectacular because they've cost 15 gold. That is a heck of a lot of gold for a band. Also, in terms of stuff that's been happening in terms of running the kingdom, we got ourselves this tavern business, which we helped set up, and that is generating 3 gold per week now, which is very welcome indeed. That's very, very nice. We did actually sort of ramp that up a bit. We did increase that. He was offering 1, I think, and we went, no, 3 please, and he sort of begrudgingly gave us 3. And we actually helped set up a new inn as well, and that's generating 1 gold per week. So overall, our investments, which maybe it'll take 3 or 4 weeks to get them sort of fully paid back, but they're generating 4 gold per week that we're going to have for the rest of the game, which is very good indeed. I'm very happy with that. So that's pretty good. Market stalls are generating a bit as well, and taxes are looking pretty good. 11 gold per week on taxes, and 8 resources as well. So I think we're ready. Let's actually see what's going on. Now, we were clearing out Radovian encampments that were around our castle. The general was going to do that. I think we may have 1 more of those to deal with. So, okay, let us go forth to week 8.
The Queen wanted to see you, Your Grace.
Okay, is the Queen here? I don't think the Queen is here. Okay, first things first, let's speak to the general. Because the general is the chap that we sent out to deal with one of the encampments. And I think it might be the last one. Was it the northern encampment, possibly? Maybe it was the northern one, yeah. So hopefully he's going to come and give me some good news. So, hello, General. How are you? Can you tell me some stuff? The North Post was crawling with Radovian scum, Your Grace. We have managed to dispatch most of them. Okay, most of them? You mean all of them? Of course you mean all of them. They're all dead. Okay, Audrey has got a spinny thing over his head. With the Radovian post gone, I think we are ready for the wedding, Your Grace. Okay, speaking of the wedding, hello, Lorsulia. You've come out of your room. How are you? You're probably quite cross. Hi. Father. Lorsulia, you finally came out. Can you please come and meet me at the wall when you get a chance? I wanted to talk to you. Of course, I will see you there. Okay, right, so we're going to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart with her at the wall. And now we've got Lady Ada, Pietro, and a peasant. Right, let's talk to Lady Ada. So she came along last time and she warned us that somebody had come over to her and had tried to hoodwink her and take lots of money off her. And I think it had worked. So she said, hey, look out for this shady-looking chap. And I think the shady-looking chap came to us and we chucked him in the dungeon. So we've now summoned her to check that it is the same person. So let's talk to her and just see if we have locked away the right person. Your Grace, you called for me. Remind me, what did the thief look like? I have found your thief. Let's just go straight in. I have found your thief. I have put the man in the dungeons where he belongs. Your Grace, if I may, can I take him with me? Oh, absolutely. You do whatever you wish. Of course, do whatever you may desire with him. Don't worry, Your Grace. I'll show him where his place is. And of course, you can count on my help during your upcoming battle. I don't have much to offer, but it's better than nothing. I'm glad we became allies, Lady Ada. It's good to have you on our side. It's my pleasure. That is all. Okay. Oh, there you go. Look. So we've got an extra 60 military power. It's not exactly going to, it's not going to swing the tide, but it's quite good. It's better than no military power. Thank you for now. Let me know if you need anything. Cheerio, Lady Ada. So we're allied with her now. Now, this is good. We've got ourselves these 2 allies. When you make an alliance, the ally's name will turn green But when you upset some lords, their name will appear in red. This usually means you can't ally with them anymore. Are we not allied with King Talis? I rather think we are allied with King Talis. Maybe we're not allied unto... right. Okay, we're not done yet. The wedding of Lorsulia and Ivo, so that's his son, a day on which the kings of Davern and Otana would sign a treaty and become allies. Okay, right, so we're not allied yet. We are due to become allies when the wedding is complete. Okie dokie. Oh, that's interesting. She generates a resource for us every week, I would imagine. So she's given us 60 military power, but also, is that per week? I assume it is. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, that's quite a nice little boost there. Okay, Pietro. Hello, Pietro. Yeah, you're the paranoid chap. Your Grace, I'm starting to think that perhaps you were involved. What am I saying? Why would I say this? Why would you tell someone you know that they know? I better leave. I can leave, right? Yep. Cheerio. There's the door. Over there. Maybe don't ever come back. And a peasant. Hello, peasant. Your Grace, I came here to ask for your help. Do you know what? We've got quite a lot of resources. We're looking pretty good right now. You might well get the help. My father is very sick with fever. Help me, please. He is pale as a ghost and he shakes and sweats all the time. Oh dear. Okay, that's very topical. We have tried treating the fever with cold water and a poultice of butter, onion and garlic. That sounds delicious. We've given him a concoction of wormwood and mint. Less delicious. Egads, we even tried letting the bad blood with leeches. Even more unpleasant. I'm afraid he might not last another night. Your Grace, if we had a court witch available, she could handle these diseases. That's true. You should put word out that we are looking for one. As for your father, I have this medicine. We could give them the medicine that we got from the slightly dubious person, the sort of snake oil salesman, as someone put in the comments. He gave us this medicine that he wasn't really sure if it was going to work. Take this gold or try looking for a healer near the forests. Do you know what? We're okay for gold right now. We've got 31 gold. Have 7 gold. I'll be nice and generous. Let's see if we can help you out a bit there. Have some gold. It should be enough for you to buy medicine or to pay for a healer. Emir can heal him. He's expensive, but this will be enough. Thank you, Your Grace. And that was good. We got an extra point of contentment out of that, which is very good. So our current contentment of our people is at 20, which is excellent indeed. That's very good. 24 gold, 29 resources, 3,160 military power. Our general is back with us. Our pigeon is back with us. And then we've got these 2 things down here. We know that one of those is going to become a witch because we just put a word out that we want to get a court witch. I wonder what the other one is. I do not know. Okay, right, now we need to go round and do some kinging. Let's go around and talk to people and see what is going on around the castle. Oh, lots of important things going on. Let's pop into the gardens first. Let's see who is in the gardens that we need to chat to. Is it you, Sodani? Hello, Sodani. Your Grace. How are you doing? You're a king. Oh, okay, right. We saw him say this before. Her say this before, sorry. What about this? Are you ready for the wedding? I don't think we've asked her that before, because I don't think that's been there. Yes. I just have one question I must ask, Your Grace. Yes? May Smudge come to the wedding too? Well, I guess. But you need to keep him very close to you, Sodani. I always keep him close, Your Grace. Fine, he can come. Don't forget to say goodbye to Lorsulia. She's leaving right after the wedding. Yes, I also need to say goodbye to Dusty. It's going to be all right, Potato Head. I love the fact that we call her Potato Head and that persists. That's brilliant. Ah, poor little Potato Head. And Asalia. Yes, Father, we are almost ready for the wedding. It looks like it's going to be quite a banquet. Yeah, for you it will, not for Lorsulia. I still can't believe she's leaving. Hopefully she can learn to be friends with Prince Ivo. I don't think she wants to. I know, I wish we had more time to find a prince, but this is the way it has to be. Stay safe. Don't do anything silly, Asalia. Do I ever? Yes, you do. You absolutely do. Right, okay, let's go and deal with the other non-important things. So over in the council chamber, who is over here? I assume it's King Talis. Hello, King Talis. We are almost ready for the wedding. I assume that's what we're supposed to go for. We've been preparing for this for weeks. We've booked a florist. I bought throne decorations. We'll have a live band. There was no need. I just wanted to be over and done with. Who cares about some stupid decorations? It's the vows that are important. All right, Grumpy Pants. My goodness me, you're the most miserable king that there ever has been. Good grief. I hate weddings. People forget what they are really about. Oh, well, it's going to be quite a party either way. I'll see you there. Yes, very well. I'm sure the wedding will go absolutely fine. It'll go all fine without any problems whatsoever. Mark my words. Let's go to the bedchamber. Let's go and see the Queen, Aurelia. Okay, hello Aurelia. How are you? I notice there are some wedding dresses right behind you. Darling, okay, how are the wedding preparations going? That seems like a valid question. Everything is ready. Apart from one last thing, so everything isn't ready then. Okay, choosing a dress. I'll let you do the honours. Okay, so we've got ourselves... oh, look at this puffy decorated piece of art. Isn't it beautiful? No, it is not. In my humble opinion, that is all sorts of bonkaloids. 50 gold is nothing for such elegance. 50 gold? 50, you say? Good grief. What do you say then? This is the one, correct? This is expensive. Let's see how the others compare. I will tell you how the others compare. They don't. We've just been told which one she wants. This ludicrous one. Okay, what about that one there? Okay, let's have a look at this. This is a middle ground gown. Nothing special, but for 25 pieces of gold, we can't expect too much. About the 25 pieces of gold, I might have just given away a big pile of gold to somebody to go and heal their sick dad. We only have 24. I mean, given that we are the king, maybe we could do a little bit of a bargain with the person making the dress. Okay, we can't expect too much. So, well, what do you think? The puffy one, yes? Let me have a think. There's nothing to think about. The puffy one. Okay, and let's look at this dress here. Ugh, this is obviously not an option. I found it in a chest of my old clothes. It even smells. It won't cost a coin, but what would everyone think? So, the puffy one. Let me see the other dresses. Yes, look no further than right here. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. I will go and do that, and then I'll say, this is expensive. I'll say this is expensive and see what happens. This dress is nice, but... Oh, don't you worry about the cost. The bank's able to help us fund the dress, so it's almost free. How will that work exactly? Oh, I don't know. They'll spread the costs or something. Don't worry about it. It won't cost us anything until the wedding is over. Okay, a 50 gold loan. This is expensive. Let's see how the others compare. I kind of prefer the middle one. Let's see how the others compare. Okay, right. I want this one. This one I think is much better. Middle ground gown. Okay, so we've been through that. I think this gown actually looks quite nice. 25 gold. We're 1 gold short. That's really frustrating. I think it looks nice. We can't afford it, darling. Okay, let me have a think. There's nothing to think about. The puffy one. We're going to have to go for that. We can't put her in this because that was found in a cupboard or whatever it was, in a drawer or in a treasure chest or something, and it smells a bit. So we can't do that. Now, my heart of hearts is that one. That's the one that I would prefer because that looks sort of elegant. That looks okay. That looks kind of elegant. This looks ridiculous, but it's the only one we can choose. It's the only one we can choose because we gave somebody our money. Oh, apologies. Apologies, Aurelia. Not Aurelia. Lorsulia. I'm very sad, but we're going to have to go for this ludicrous dress that's going to cost us a load of money. Yes, definitely the puffy one. I won't skimp on my daughter's wedding. Yes, Lorsulia is going to love this one. Are you sure? Have you met her? I don't think she is. Do you have eyes? And we don't have to pay anything. Well, at least for now. Okay, I will see you later, darling. Fine, I will stay here. Okay, and now I get to go to the wall to talk to our daughter and maybe tell her the good, in quotes, news that we've got her address, and it's really nice. Okay, here we are up on the wall. Obligatory go and say hello to Dusty the cat. Hello, Dusty. And possibly farewell, because you might be leaving. Meow. Oof. What's that smell? Is that you, Dusty? Mrrr. Well, it wasn't me. Dusty. I'm the king. You say pardon. Okay, Lorsulia, hello. Oh, it's you. You wanted to see me? I'm sorry I shouted at you, Father. I didn't mean it when I called you stupid. Yeah, I think you're probably quite justified at times. I just wish things were different. I just wish I'd spent the last couple of days being with you, not angry at you. I know, darling, I know. I love you, Father. Ah, I love you too. I love you more than anything in this world, Luli. Luli, you've got a little nickname, eh? Ah, I know. Little hug, that's nice. You hate it when I call you that, but you're still my Luli. It's all right, Papa. I'll miss you calling me Luli. Your mother has prepared one hell of a wedding. Yes, I better get ready before she finds me. I'll see you at the party. Okay, so is she now going to go anywhere? No, I think she's just going to stay on the wall until we go away and do something. I think we're done. I think that's it. We come down here. I don't think there's anything else left for us to deal with, so I think we now move it on. Here we go. So the week ends. We get quite a nice pile of money. We've got 41 gold, 39 resources. We've got quite a pool of stuff going on here. That's very good. We've got 20 contentment, which is great. And I think the 20 contentment has generated an extra resource for us because it was 8 before, but now it's 9. So the high contentment is actually, it's paying its sort of way. And we get 1 resource from Lady Ada, from our alliance with her as well. Oh, that's good. Okay, there's nothing else down here. Somebody in the comments did say, I think I can see a slider. Don't worry, that's it. All the upgrades are done. They are all paid for. Time until the wedding, 0 weeks. Okay, let's go and have ourselves a royal wedding where nothing is going to go wrong. The kings of Davon and Atana make an alliance treaty to join forces against Rodovia. Oh, and it just looks brilliant. It looks like an absolute rock and rolling sort of wedding. Ugh. I hate this dress. I know. It was your mother. It was your mother that chose the dress. She decided on it, not me. She bullied me into it. And it is ridiculous. Ahem, says you. Are you Ivo? Yeah. I'm overwhelmed by the beauty of my new wife here. I'll enjoy the company, I'm sure. And damn it. Okay, can someone help the young prince? It's just nervousness, that's all. Oh, no need. I'm up. Like I said, company, my wife, yes. Here's to that. Great, he sounds like an absolute catch. Forgive me, Father said I should make some kind of speech. You have done that. You have certainly made some kind of speech. I wasn't sure what to say. I hope I didn't offend you. You look... Well, that's a big dress. Yes, it is. ... She's staring back at him. Yes, it is a big dress. Don't mention the dress. Oh. Ivo, he's a good lad. You'll get used to him. He's still a better pick than Rodovia. He seems like a good lad. His heart seems like it's in the right place. He seems like a bit of a bumbling buffoon, but it's fine. He's a good lad. I wouldn't let you marry someone inappropriate. You know that, right, Lorsulia? A little bit clumsy, to be sure, but he will grow out of that. I'll be on my way, if you will excuse me. Okay, so he wants to go. Talis! I'll pop over. About the Rodovians. This seals the deal, Eric. You get the army, I get full access to the archives. Shaky hands in front of the throne. I wasn't sure if you would honour our bargain, Eric. I'm a man of my word. Why would you think that? Or are you trying to insult me? No, I'm a man of my word. Of course I was going to keep the bargain. We need the people to make sure we don't all get killed. I'm a man of my word. Well, I suppose you are. And the party went on. Everyone was busy eating fancy food, drinking the finest wine. The band was first class too. I would hope they are for the extortionate amount of money we paid. I looked for him everywhere. I've stirred up every pot, even in the kitchen. Don't worry, we'll find him, Sudani. This salad looks surprisingly flavoursome. What is it? A Caladesi recipe? Look at that dress. I wonder how the young prince will find anything in the midst of it. These snails are extremely undercooked. Pfft. What snails? That's not part of the menu. Smudge! Oh no, it's a disaster. The party went better than anyone expected. See, I told you it was going to go without a hitch. Absolutely flawless. Listen, I think I've spent enough time with the guests. I really need to get back to the archives, so if you don't mind, I will take my leave, Eric. Off he pops. Talis! Ha! Your Grace! That's the chap that we rescued his daughter, didn't we? We sent the general and we rescued his daughter, I think. Leaving so early. Toast! Toast! drink at least one more with us. Here comes a person with some drink. Lovely, 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 nice, healthy drink that will not do anything bad at all. See? Perfect timing, your grace. Will I get some peace after that? To the young couple. Okay, have a little drink. Yep, to the young couple. And to the ill-fated toast, that is. Yeah, his face has gone purple. Oh dear. Eric, do something. Okay, send for the doctor, help him, go and try it up. Send for the doctor. Send for the doctor. Oh, don't just stand there, idiots. You had the king. Go, go, go. Okay, right, oh, it's all bad. Talis was on the ground before anyone had a chance to react. He doesn't look well, does he? He doesn't look very well. I mean, maybe, could we just give him, a couple of paracetamol and send him to bed? Maybe he needs to self-isolate. That's what he probably needs to do. Go and self-isolate, King Talis. He is not... Is he? Okay, you're going to go and check. Father! Oh dear. Your Grace! Is that the doctor, I assume? Father! It's all got very dramatic. It's very soap opera at the minute. Oh, I assume this is not good. How could you? Eric, how could you ever allow for this to happen? Eric, you have accommodated us in your castle, which we are grateful for, but this... I didn't do it. This is beyond our beliefs. You have failed as a host and are responsible for the events of tonight. The king of Etana, Talis, is dead. Dun dun dun! Ivo, you're Talis' only son. You have no choice but to take the burden of the crown upon yourself. Go ahead, Ivo. Okay, Ivo becomes the king. Eric, I can't believe this. You leave me no choice. As the new king of Etana, my first order is to withhold the armies that my father promised to you. And I will not be paying for your agents. Oh, boo. That was really good that was happening. That saved us a massive pile of money. Eric, the king of Davern, you're responsible for Talis' death unless otherwise can be proven upon a royal trial. Until then, Davern will not receive support from Etana. Oh, this has all gone very wonkaloids. Lorsulia, pack your things. We're taking my father home. No. Now, if you're not holding up your part of the bargain, I don't want to hold up my part. Daughter stays here. Daughter stays with me now. And you know what? There's more of us than there are you, so hopefully that becomes an option. Maybe not, though. Wait. No, you can't do that. Your Grace, the wedding is over. The vows were said. The marriage still stands. Botherations. Have courage, my darling. Oh dear, this is all sorts of terrible, isn't it? Oh, dearie me. Your kingdom has agents available for hire. They will be listed here. To make an agent available in the next week, you will need to pay them. To hire an agent, click on the button with their name and you will see the cost added to the summary. Now this is now slightly different to how it used to work. So before, Stan the General was around, and if we used him, it was great, and we paid him, and if we didn't use him, then great, we didn't pay him, and he just sort of sat around for a bit. But now we have to pick whether we want Stan the General to be deployed for the next week or not. I think maybe we do. I think that's quite a sensible thing. And now we are into uncharted territory, because that little sort of scene there, the drama at the wedding, was the end of the sort of the beta sort of demo version that we played back in November. And so we've got to that point, and then at the point of what we just saw there, it ended. It finished. So now we are into all sorts of new and exciting stuff. So what happens now? What on earth happens now? Okay, let's find out, shall we? So what is going to go on? So daughter is gone. Week 10. We now have no military support. Only 160 soldiers. And the Radovians have surely got slightly more than that. And that's all I can recall, Your Grace. Considering how much I drank that night, it's quite remarkable I remember anything. I mean, you did summon the person over, didn't you? You summoned them over to bring King Talis a drink. You were quite determined to make him drink. I am suspicious of you, Hatman. Okay, surely you can remember more than that. Did you see anything suspicious? Anyone wandering off where they shouldn't? Lady Lena was staring at Lorsulia's dress a bit too much, if you ask me, but nothing else, I'm afraid. And we are glad your daughter has been found safe and well. I think we have examined all the guests, Your Grace, and we haven't heard anything out of the ordinary. Talis' soldiers were the main bulk of our army. Solving the murder case will surely convince Ivo to aid us in battle. Whoever did poison Talis must have planned it out to the smallest detail. If you find any leads, do let me know, Your Grace. Talis wasn't anyone's favourite person. Yeah, you're telling me he was a right grumpy pants, but you'd need to have a very good reason to murder the king of Etana. We mustn't lose focus on our main goal, however. Rodovia won't wait for us to resolve this. In this situation, we shan't rely on Ivo's army. We need to seek help from other lords, in case we can't convince Ivo in time. As for the army, we need to reach out to neighbouring lords, make allies, sign treaties. Sounds like you're in quite a pickle, Your Grace. Yeah, I'm suspicious of you. You're still here? Speaking of allies, treaties, etc., I have a hefty army waiting for orders. I can throw in some extra gold and supplies to aid you too. That would be great. Thank you, Hatman. I like you again now. 230 men and 6 gold. What, per week? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll take that. That would be great. What's the catch? Actually, yes. What is the catch? You want something in return? I presume. Lures from Pendle, Your Grace. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What's lures from Pendle? Is that a person and a place? I don't know. He stopped delivering spices to my associates in Branca. Turmeric, caraway, anise. Food's as bland as hell without all these. Persuade Lurs to renew the deliveries, and my men will aid you in the battle, Your Grace. I will see what can be done. Very well, Your Grace. Now, that's a start. We should invite Lurs over. See what we can do. I've also marked areas of interest on the map. It might be worth checking them. Maybe we can find a piece of gold or two. We don't know when Rodovia will show up, but we need to start preparing for the battle as soon as possible. I've made a note of things we can do in our weekly summary, Your Grace. We should be able to deny payment for our agents. Why do I want to do that? We should be able to deny payments for our agents. We can't expect them to work if you don't pay them, but at least we can save a coin. Oh, I see. Right, so if we don't want to deploy the agents, we don't pay them. Gotcha, yes, we saw that earlier. Maintaining our army will also cost us supplies. Now, bother, I quite like having all these resources. It only gets more difficult from now on, Your Grace. Oh, and here are the petitioners. Perhaps a servant will shine some light on the case. Yes, so, you can now use the map to explore locations and help locals and try to gain extra resources. Oh, and there's many, many things. Open the map by clicking the map button below. Gotcha. Also, Audrey has a floaty thing over his head. We should see what's going on with those spices. Would you like to invite Lurs, Your Grace? Yes, actually. Send the carrier pigeon away to Lurs. Let's get that done first. Let's invite him. Just open the allies panel, Your Grace. Lurs can be invited from there. Okay, hang on, people. Ooh! Oh, there's many people. Oh, my goodness me. To prepare for battle, you need to make alliances with lords. Some lords will provide extra gold or supplies in addition to their army offer. Lord offerings are shown to the right of their profile. There's loads of lords. Oh, wow. Okay, right, there's lots of people. Okay, the only thing is, he's got 3,000 people. Even if we add up all of the military power of all of these other people, I don't think it would reach 3,000. Oh, they know 200 for Lurs and 300 for Lena and all that kind of stuff. So yes, we've got Jovan and Lena, who we do not know. Etten we have helped before, and he will chuck stuff in for us, which is brilliant. Lurs, it could be good to get him on side, because as well as the 200 military power, and hopefully sorting out his disagreements with Lord Etten, he does have 6 resources. He will bring 6 resources to us, and that means it might help pay for our army, because now we're going to have to pay for our sort of standing army costs. Nowaski, Violet, okay. Ada we've seen, and she is our ally already, which is marvellous. Masha and Grego. Okay, right. Firstly then, yeah, let's get Lurs over. Let's get Lurs and see if we can sort out this dispute, because it's been raised. We might as well do that. Okay, away goes the carrier pigeon, even though it seemingly is still there. Oh, hang on, is that coming in to us? That might be coming in to us. Oh, okay. It's from our daughter. Oh, this is lovely. Dear father, we have arrived. Etana is nothing like Davern. The vast streets of Hagos expand endlessly, it seems. A sailor would love to get lost in here. The journey was tiring, but the views have compensated for everything. Sodani would have made your ears fall off with her questions if she saw the landscapes here. The cliffs and rocks span across the whole of Etana. It all makes you feel very small. On top of these rocks, there lies Hagos, like a nest, looking over everything. Now I understand why they use the griffin as their banner. I'm really sorry for the last weeks we spent together. Hug mother for me. Yours, Lorsulia. Yes, okay, that's very lovely. That's a very touching letter. I feel a bit sad now. Ah, yes, Satana can be very pretty, but also dangerous. You don't want to be caught out in the rural windstorms. We should reply to Lorsulia. Tell her it's good to hear from her. Of course, what should I ask her about? I'm not sure. Maybe the girls have some questions. Of course, let me know when you're ready to write the letter. Okie dokie. Right, and then we've got a banker, the servant who delivered the deadly drink, which has caused all this problem, and just a peasant at the end there. Okay, right. Well, let's leave the servant to the end. Let's make the servant sweat a little bit. We're going to lead them to the very end. Banker. Hello, how are you? We meet again, Your Grace. A shame what happened to King Talis, truly. But still, we ought to review our business, I'm afraid. As we have discussed with Queen Aurelia, you have covered the cost of the dress. Everything is arranged and the debt will be paid in weekly instalments of 10 gold. Brilliant. Isn't that brilliant? Okay. Worry not. The first loan is on us, so there's no additional fees. Okay, right. That's quite good. So we didn't take out a loan with you before, so now this is our first loan on the dress, so there's no actual extra fee. So we're just going to pay back the 50 gold over 5 weeks. We can cope with that. That's okay. Thank you. Youngsters these days. What wouldn't we do for them? Now, is there anything else I can help with? Okay, that's it for now. I don't want to borrow anything from you for now. We already owe you some money. That's all for now. The Bank de Florentini is always happy to help. Yeah, away with you. Right, hello, peasant. How are you? Your Grace, my son. A disgrace to the family. I sent him to gather some brushwood in the forest. Turns out he is too dumb to find a way back home. Do you think you could help us find him? I mean, there's no rush. Here's some gold. Our general will find your son, or I'm sorry. I don't think we need to do that, do we? Do we need to spend time finding your son? If we sent out generals to find out missing people in the whole of the kingdom, surely we'd just be using up a lot of generals. Yeah, I don't want to give you any gold. I don't want to give you gold. We will lose a point of contentment from this, I'm fairly certain. So I'm sorry, there's no way I can help you. You could always try the neighbouring villages. Ask around. Oh, it's fine. I guess that's one less mouth to feed, although I'll miss his ugly face. Do you not want to go and try and find him? We have not lost a point of contentment. I'm very surprised. And now you, servant, with your poisonous drinks that you're still carrying around on a tray. That arm must be cramping somewhat seriously. You've been like that since the wedding. You have called for me, Your Grace? Tell me what happened during the wedding night. I don't know, Your Grace. I was only bringing food and drinks, like I was told. I'm so sorry, Your Grace. I swear I did nothing. By the gods, please don't punish me. I swear I didn't know these drinks were poisoned. I only picked them up from the kitchen and brought them to ceremony. I swear I didn't know, Your Grace. Okay, who hired this servant? Who hired this person? Boy, stop crying and tell me something useful. Have you seen anyone suspicious around the castle? No, Your Grace, I have seen no one. Please, let me go. I promise I didn't do anything. But the dungeon guard might know something. He has mentioned he saw someone in the wine cellar that night. Oh, well, that might have been useful to know first. I don't know anything else, so I swear. I believe that narrows our search then. You may go. But don't leave Davern until after the royal trial. You're on bail, effectively. Thank you, Your Grace. Okay, right, so we've scared the heck out of him. That's quite fun. Okay, let's go and see what needs doing around the castle. We know we need to go to the dungeons. We'll do that at the end, because that's going to be an important sort of story thing. Let's go to the gardens. I imagine the girls are in the gardens. Certainly one of them is. Asalia's in the gardens. Hello, Asalia. How are you doing? Yes, father. I hate that you had to see that. Lorsulia sent a letter. Okay, right. Lorsulia sent a letter. Let's go for that one. Let's start with something nice, shall we? Your sister has arrived safely in Etana. She said you would love it there. I'm sure I would if I ever got to leave this castle. You would be able to leave the castle if you behaved better. Yeah, right. When you write to Luli, can you ask her about Ivo? What's he like? I just can't imagine having to leave here and live with some strange man. Yeah, he was a bit strange. If there's any free space in the letter, I will ask her. Thank you. And I hate that you had to see that. I assume we're referring to the King Talis going purple and dropping dead and, I don't know, there was blood around him. Blood coming out of his eyes? His ears? I don't know. Blood. There was blood there. I hate that you had to see that. Yeah, the wedding didn't really go to plan, did it? That's one way of putting it. Yes, that's one way of putting it. Very observant. No. What happened was terrible. The wedding went fairly well until then, although Lusulia's dress was quite embarrassing. That was your mother's choice, not mine. I can't believe you chose that one for her. I'd never let you choose my dress. It was your mother. It was your mother that chose the dress, not me. She coerced me into that one. I tried my best to choose something good. I thought she'd like it. Mother seemed to love it. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Okay, stay safe. Don't do anything silly. Do I ever? Okay, so we've spoken to you. Let's go to the council chamber. Where's our youngest? Oh, there she is. Right, there we go. I was going to say, where's King Talis? Of course, yeah, he's a bit dead. What's going on the table? What's the sparkly stuff on the table? Audrey said I can review the evidence here. Ah, it's a kind of now a sort of important place to go to do something. Let's take a look. Brilliant. Well, there we go. Case solved. Awesome. Okay, right. We don't have much in the way of evidence. Okay, come out of that. No evidence as of yet. Hello, Sir Darnay. Hello, Potato Head. How are you? Your Grace. Must you call me Your Grace all the time? Dad would do. We're not in court or anything. Just Dad or Father. How are you doing? Oh, Lusulia wrote a letter. Lusulia wrote a letter. I'm about to reply something to her. Do you want me to say anything from you? Ooh, yes. Tell her I'm taking her bedchamber. Very important with your children. Mother, let me. Or, no. Tell her, Celia, I read her diary. I shouldn't have supposed to be an I there. Tell her, Celia, I read her diary. No, that's not right. I have very limited space, Potato Head. So I can only say one thing? Yes. Oh, this is too big of a decision. I will come to you later when I think of something good enough. Fine, don't worry about it too much. She will write more letters. But the first one is the most important. Well, come and see me whenever you're ready. Okay, and how are you doing? We'll just sort of just check how she is, given the goings-on at the wedding. Is everything all right, Sir Darnay? Last week's events were quite distressing for all of us. I don't understand why this would happen. How could someone eat smudge? Her priorities are very, very different to everyone else's. That's fine. She's little. It's okay. How could someone eat smudge? Dusty's gone, and now Smudge is... Well, Smudge is 6 feet underground. Yes, that's exactly where he is. Precisely. But then again, I couldn't dig that deep, so I just covered him with a rock. Oh, you had found him. Oh, right. I thought he'd been sort of eaten, but no, he wasn't eaten. The guy spat him out, I assume. Oh, you've just covered him with a rock. So boring here without Luli. You promised you'd convince her to stay. Is she even going to visit us? Of course she will, through sort of gritted teeth. Yeah, let's give her some time to settle in first, and then we'll arrange to bring her for a dinner. Do you think she could bring Dusty? I don't think so, Sir Darnay. He's a cat. They don't like to be locked up in a cage for hours. I'll find a new pet before she comes then. Oh my goodness me, what you going to have? A pet spider? A pet worm? Who knows? Okay, goodbye. I'll see you later, Potato Head. Bye-bye, Potato Head. Okay, right, back out the door. So now we've got the bedchamber. These are non-important sort of things, I think. So the bedchamber. What's going on here? Have I got it the wrong way round? Because surely the green maybe is really important. I thought the green symbol was a non-important thing and the blue thing was very important. But surely going to the dungeon to gather evidence is really important. Anyway, whatever the case. Hello, Aurelia, darling. Lusulia sent a letter. Our daughter has arrived safely. She seems to like Atana. I'm quite jealous of her. Atana is a beautiful place. Their castle is much better than ours, too. Why don't you go and live there, then? I hope she will learn her way around soon. I'm sure she will, darling. When you write to her, tell her I'm sending my best wishes to both of them. Ask her how she's dealing with all of these new things, and what has she been doing without her sisters. Of course, I don't want to write her a full-length book. I'll see what I can do. Thank you, my darling. And, what happened at the wedding was awful. I can't believe we haven't discussed this before. I mean, it's apparently been a week, but okay, fine. I still can't believe Talis was poisoned. Could have been me. What? Oh, that got poisoned. Oh, right. Sorry, yes, I was a bit confused there. It wasn't you that did it, but you could have been poisoned. Okay. Do you think Lusulia will be all right? Ivo seemed very upset. I'm sure she'll be fine. As soon as we find out who's responsible for this, we can renew our treaty with Ivo. Who could have done something so terrible? It must have been one of the guests. We are gathering evidence. When we have enough proof, we will call the royal trial. All right, darling, let's hope it gets resolved quickly. I think I'll get some rest. I'll let you rest. That's kind of me. Okay, so out the door. And the last place we need to go is the dungeon. Right, okay, dungeon person. Who was sneaking around the wine cellar? Who was sneaking around this place, dungeon guard? How can I help your grace? I heard you know something about Talis's death. Tell me what happened during the wedding night. The servant said you saw someone. Saw someone? No, but I have found this. Some kind of tooth, I think. And how did you obtain this item? I was guarding the prisoners, Your Grace. Well, I might have had a drink or two with the other guards. It was a time to celebrate after all. I never left the dungeons, of course. Until the end of my watch, that is. What happened at the end of your watch? I was doing the usual check of all the cellars, yes, a little unsteady, but that's where I found the tooth. Where exactly did you find this? In the wine cellar, Your Grace. I didn't see anyone going in there, though. Well, they probably crept in while you were busy drinking. I'm sorry, Your Grace. I really didn't mean for anything bad to happen. Okay, I'm just looking around. Stay as long as you like, Your Grace. I mean, yeah, can we investigate anything over here? Do we get to look at the tooth, or is that an evidence thing? It's just there. It's appeared there. Okay, right, hang on. We've seen that before. The tooth. A big pointy animal or monster tooth? We don't have big creatures around the castle. Someone must have lost it. Okay, let's chat to the Radovian soldier. Let's see if he's, chuckling away at the situation that's going on. I didn't think a king would come down to the dungeons. An honour, truly. Did you have anything to do with Talis's death? It'd be very much in your interest the deal doesn't go through. How could I do anything from behind these bars? I've got to say, whoever killed your king has put you in a difficult spot. You don't say. Oh, thanks, wise person. That's all for now. Okay. Yes, he doesn't want to die from boredom first. I mean, you don't be a baddie. If you weren't a baddie, you wouldn't be locked up in a prison, would you? There you go. That's the lesson for you. Okay, right. Let's go back then. So now do we have... Go to the council chamber and go to the table. Do we have a piece of evidence on there now? Let's take a look. Yes, we have a tooth. So seek expert and question suspects. Okay. So we've got ourselves... we need to seek an expert over what the tooth is, because we don't know what it is. It's a tooth with a hole in the end of it by the look of it, but we're not entirely sure what that could be. Okay, right, that's fine. At least we've got something going on. At least it's there, and there's one piece of evidence now on the table. Now, the exciting thing for this is that we can look at the map and have a look at what is going on the map. Oh my goodness me, there's all sorts of question marky things. To send agents to explore locations, simply select the location and click the magnifying glass icon. Okay, so we've got our general. We've got the general employed, haven't we? He's currently in our service. So we might as well send him somewhere. So we've only got these 3 locations at the moment. Luba, Wallamy and Cassano. I mean, who knows? Let's go for Cassano because it's the furthest away. So let's go to there and let us send the general over to that place and confirm that. Okay, right. So our general, we're paying for him. So we might as well go and do something because otherwise, we're paying for him to do absolutely nothing. So there we go. We've got him in use. Is that it? I think that might be it. Oh no, hang on. There's a thing now back over here in the bedchamber again. Hello, again. Hi, are you okay? We've got a piece of evidence now. Is that what you want to know about? Darling, I have a lead on the investigation. I found some clues that might lead us to the person who's behind Talis's death. What have you found? An animal tooth. This animal tooth is very exotic. It's a very exotic thing. We don't have dragons anywhere near Davern. The guard found it in the wine cellar. It could be from a merchant or someone who's dealt with big beasts before. Maybe take it to a hunter, see if he can tell exactly where this tooth came from. We don't have a hunter in the castle. I'll ask Audrey to put the word out that we're looking for one. Okay, that's all. That's all I've found. See you later. Okay, now do we need to go and talk to Audrey? Is that something we need to do back in the throne room? Or has he sort of automatically gone out and asked for a hunter? Audrey, how can I be of service, Your Grace? Let's do this. Let's write a letter to Lorsulia. Let's get it done now, because that will be a nice thing to do. Of course, what should I write? Ask her about Ivo. Ask about herself. Tell her she has forgotten her slippers. I'm sure they've got slippers in the other castle. If the other castle is so la-di-da fancier-pancier than ours, I'm sure they've got slippers, or I'm not ready yet. Let's ask about herself. Let's see how she is doing, because that's more important. We want to make sure that she is okay in her new home away from us. So ask about herself. Ask Lorsulia how she is, what she does with her time. Tell her everyone is missing her. Very well, Your Grace. I will write her a letter. We shall anticipate a reply within a couple of weeks. Okay, and then, can we ask you about the investigation progress? I prepared a table for you with the overview of all of our evidence, and we find evidence items that will be shown on there, together with the information we have gathered about each one. We can question lords about the items we have found so far. Can we? How do we go about doing that? How do we do that? So say Ada, can we talk to her about it? I don't know if we can. Maybe we couldn't do that yet. Maybe that was something that we couldn't do about with this tooth thing. Okay, well, I think that's it. I think we're done. I don't think there's anything else left to do now unless something else is triggered. No. Okay, right. So week 10. We're on week 10 already. Now, I don't know when the Rodovians are going to attack. When do they attack? Do they attack on week... Who knows? Week 12? Week 20? Week 50? I have no idea. But whatever the case, here we go. Let's move it on then. Let's just end week 10. A pretty rubbishy week. Your army needs food and supplies to stay maintained and ready for battle. The bigger the army you have, the more supplies it will cost to maintain it. To pay the army upkeep, simply click the pay button. You will see the cost added to the summary below. If you don't pay the army upkeep cost, you will lose some soldiers. Oh, goodness me. Okay, right. What new things do we have now then? So, we've got ourselves a carnival. Costs 30 of our resources, but we get 5 boost to contentment. Our contentment is okay right now. 20 is okay. I'm not bothered about that. That is not too bad. Training grounds gain 10 army per week. That's 35 monies. We would gain 10 army per week, but then we're going to have to pay them, which could be quite costly. And we can prepare a general for 20, and they will be available during the battle. That could be very useful. First things first. Let's pay the army. It's 4. It's a little bit of money there, but there we go. Right, we've paid them with resources. That's okay. So we get 10 resources per week, and it costs 4. At the moment, that is okay. I quite like the idea of stables. We don't need to do that right now, do we? 7 additional locations to explore on the map. Yeah, we're being hit quite hard by this. By the 10 gold for the wedding dress that was entirely kind of unliked by pretty much everyone except the Queen. So how much money do we get per week? So we get 11, maths with Penge, 11, 13, 17. So we get 17 gold per week, and we're currently losing 19 because we're paying for the bank here and then the general to go and do his stuff. We don't have to have the general to do his stuff, but I think it might be useful, particularly at the moment. We've sent him out, haven't we? We've sent him out sort of exploring the location. So, yeah, we'll leave you on board for now, Stan. We'll pay you again. I think, for the moment, let's not do any of these. Contentment's pretty good. I'm happy with that, how that's looking at the moment. Although it is only half our resources, because we're all right with resources. We don't need to unlock the 7 additional locations yet because we've not uncovered any of them so far. So when we run out of locations, we could do the stables. This 10 army per week, it does sound good, but that leaves us with not very much money. I think we need to do all this stuff once we've paid off the silly wedding dress. I think that's going to be quite good. When we actually get some more money in, I think that's going to help. So, okay, so it's looking pretty good on that. We've paid the army anyway. That's the main thing. We've paid for the military, so we're not going to actually lose any people. We're not going to get deserters or people going off in a huff of not being, paid so they can buy food to eat and all that kind of stuff. But all these other things I think we'll keep for now. We might do them at another point. And I think what we'll do is we shall finish up for now. We've moved into uncharted territory now with Yes, Your Grace. Now it's all sort of new. We've got a whole world map open to us. We've got all these new options here. We've got to pay an army. The agents now cost us money if we use them, but we have to kind of choose to deploy them beforehand, which is a little bit weird because we don't know if we're going to be able to use them in the upcoming week. And yes, indeed, we now need to solve the mystery of who did indeed poison King Talis. Who was it that poisoned him and bumped him off? Because, yeah, it's caused all sorts of problems. Obviously, the Rodovians are still on their way. They're still marching over. We don't know when they're going to get here. So, yeah, we need to sort this out sooner rather than later, or else, yes, it will all be over. The Rodovians at the moment, if they were to attack next week, it would all be over. We've got 156 people. That's not very many people. That's not really enough to defend against a massive barbarian army. So yes, we'll see how we get on next time out, because we'll finish up for now. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. I am very much enjoying this. This is very, very good indeed. I like the story. I like the mystery that is sort of unfolding. Hopefully you're enjoying it too. If you are, then please do leave a like. That would be very, very splendid indeed. Plus, if you are not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on next time out in Yes, Your Grace. But for now, thank you you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time.
These people are eating the tables. They're just devouring the tables. They're so hungry. There's no atmosphere at all. Were you sat in the car park? Are you sure you came to the right place? Mein Knien staan in Brand. If you want to order meatballs made of snails, you need to be really certain about this.